Okay, so here we have a video where Sam Seder says that he would support funding the Proud Boys, a far-right racist militia group in America, if Canada ever invaded the United States. So let's take a look at this video.
And so, yes, if this country was invaded by Canada and Canada had a much bigger military and the only fighting force we had was the Proud Boys, would I want some third party to fund the Proud Boys? And this is your scenario again. I don't buy this, but I'm stipulating all of your silliness. Then the answer is yeah.
Wow. Now you'll notice that there's a dead silence in the room when he says this. This is easily one of the dumbest things Sam Seder has ever said. Okay, so what is the context behind this video? So basically, a caller called into the show and was criticizing the Majority Report's coverage on the Ukraine war. And he was basically saying what I've been saying this entire time, which is that we should not be funding this war. Okay. America is throwing tons of money, throwing tons of weapons at Ukraine, and this is creating a lot of problems in a lot of different ways. Now, the caller was making an excellent point, which is that America's support of Ukraine is not merely supporting Ukraine, it is supporting a Nazi militia group, which is doing the bulk of the fighting in the Donbass region, and that is the Azov Battalion. And the caller's concerns were that if Ukraine were to emerge victorious in this conflict, America's support, financial and military support of a Nazi militia would only serve to strengthen it in a post-war situation where they would be in a position where they would be better equipped to seize power. Now, where have I seen this before? Oh yeah, that's right. It was when America supported the Mujahideen in their war against the Soviet Union. What did the Mujahideen become later on? The Taliban. Okay, this has happened plenty of times where America has supported some kind of far-right extremist militia group, and then if they do emerge victorious, then they seize power because of course they would. And the caller had concerns about this, and then Sam Seder being the I mean, I was shocked because normally I respect Sam Seder and I agree with most of his positions, but his take on this is incredibly bad. And his analogy, like they got into like some kind of nonsensical analogy if this were to happen in America. If Canada, so he was stipulating some ridiculous hypothetical situation. If Canada were invading the United States, Sam Seder would support financial backing of far right racist militias in America. Holy fuck, what an idiot. What an idiotic take. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I can tell you right now, like, even if I were to stipulate this ridiculous scenario of Canada invading the United States, if Canada were fighting far right racist militias, guess whose side I'm gonna join? I'm joining Canada's side because that's a virtuous thing to do. I couldn't care less about defending this country if this country isn't worth shit. If this country embodied the ideals of racist white people, that's who you want to support? Okay, it's not about some fucking land, Sam. It's about ideologies. And it doesn't even matter if the only fighting force that's left in America are a bunch of far right, racist white people. Those people are not worth supporting ever. Because guess who's going to usurp power in the event that that side is victorious? It's going to be the racist white people. Okay, the Proud Boys are going to try to seize power. And that was the point that this caller was trying to make. But these morons kept on shouting over him. Okay, I recommend you guys check out the full video. I was thinking about maybe doing a full analysis of the entire video. I might do that later, but for now, I just wanted to just critique this unbelievably stupid remark that he made, and which honestly, no one, I didn't see too many people in the comment section criticizing him for saying that, which was very disappointing to me. And even more disappointing was none of the idiots in his studio dared speak up against this guy. Okay, there used to be someone there who would actually push back against some of the dumb things that Sam would say, but Sam would always shout her down. Her name was Jamie something. I forgot her name. She eventually left the show, um, which was unfortunate because like she was actually one of my favorite people on this show. Okay, and would push back against some of the dumb shit that Sam would say. You know, here now you only have a bunch of sycophants who they don't dare speak out against any of the dumb stuff he's saying. Like, really, dude? Really? You would support financial and military backing of a racist right wing group. Holy fuck. He makes other really dumb arguments in this discussion. Look, about the Ukraine conflict, I'll just make my position clear right now. Um, Ukraine has a right to defend itself, but we are under no obligation to help them. That is their problem. And this idiot keeps on trying to bring up some kind of uh, promise that America made in '93. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. Okay, Ukraine kicked Indian and African refugees off of buses to make more room for white people during that evacuation when Russia was first invading. I never forgot about that. I never will, and I will always bring it up whenever people are talking about supporting Ukraine in this. Okay? Yes, they have a right to defend themselves, but I do not care one bit about some promise that was made in '93. Let me remind you of another promise. At the end of the Cold War, Russia made a major concession in allowing East Germany to join NATO. And one of the conditions under that concession was that there would be no eastward expansion of NATO. And America promised. And then they went back on their promise. I don't care about promises made in the past, made by other people. I didn't make those promises. It means nothing to me. I care about the here and now. And when you kick Indian and African people off of buses, refugees, to make room for white people, and you have Nazis, and now you're trying to sanitize Nazis, trying to say, oh no, they're not that bad. They're not so bad after all. These Nazis, they're not so bad once you get to know them. No, no, I'm not going to support that. I'm not okay with that. They have a right to defend themselves, but that is their problem. Once you start using my money, our tax dollars, to fund their problem, then that's my problem. And I get to say, hell fucking no. And I don't give a damn about some promise made in '93. Yeah, your fucking mind. Especially when you use such stupid arguments as you being okay with funding far right white racist militias. Geez, you're showing your white privilege right then and there, dude. Holy fuck, yeah, no wonder you're okay with that. You would be okay with that. You have the privilege of being okay with that. Very disappointing. Very disappointing hearing this from Sam Seder. One of the most incredibly stupid things that he's ever said on a show ever. And normally, like, I've disagreed with him on many things in the past, okay, but it was never something that was worth making a video over. But this absolutely is, and he should be hammered home, and he should be like, if he comes out and says, you know what, I said something pretty dumb in the heat of the moment. That guy was pissing me off because he was talking about Michael Brooks. Whatever, fine. Apologize for it. Take it back. You can walk back some of those stupid comments that you made. You can do that, and he should. But do not fucking double down on this. Being okay with uh, financial or military support of racist white wing groups if you're being invaded by Canada. If that ever happens, guess whose side I'm joining? Yeah. It's not going to be the side of a bunch of fucking right wing racist pieces of fucking shit. All right, guys, that's it. See you later.